Hello guys, thanks for watching, and hello to you Taurians. This is a reading for Taurus for the month of May. I'm asking for a card for each week, please, for the month of May for Taurus in 2019. That's a card for each week, please, for the month of May for the sign of Taurus in 2019. And let's see what we've got. Okay. Slightly different to the way I did the Aries one. I'm learning and I'm growing all the time, okay? For Aries, I kind of did them all as individual weeks, and as I was going through it, I realised that they were all an important kind of part of the picture in their own sort of way, and it was worth looking at them together. So that is what I'm going to do. Okay, 4 cards for 4 weeks. And the first card out, so this is for the first week of May for Taurus for 2019, the 3 of Wands. Okay, and you guys are out there waiting for things to happen. I can sort of tell, you know, it's because I do readings online all the time. By 35and83 at gmail.com, by the way. That is 35and83 at gmail.com if you would like a reading. They're not too expensive, that's what I'll say. So Taurians, yes, so through that I noticed that many Taurians are kind of at a time of lull, almost not expecting anything good to happen, which is a tricky one because the sun is actually in Taurus at the moment, and so it's very positive really for Taurians. But Taurus is an earthy, grounded kind of a sign, and that grounding is really showing up in this card. Because this guy's got 3 ships, he can see 3 ships, but unlike Christmas, they're not sailing by. They look as if they're sailing in. And, you know, what's in those ships? What is in his ships that are going to come in? He doesn't know, but he's doing okay because he's already got 3 wands there. Okay, and they're looking very fertile ones as well. So that's where Taurus is. First week of May 2019. We'll ask for some clarity on this as well now. Let's have a Doreen Virtue Oracle card. And this is from the Ascended Masters deck. So I'm asking for more clarity, please, particularly around love and money for Taurus for May 2019 in the first week. So that's more guidance, please, in matters of love and money for Taurus for the first week of May 2019. Card please for Taurus for the first week of May 2019. And here we have fertility, and this is really the other side of this. So Taurus, there's a thing to remember. Although it seems like not much is happening, although you can't help but wonder where the good things are going to come from that are going to change life, it's a fertile time. It's all out there waiting to happen. And we've got Pan there playing his pan pipes. And now Pan lived so long ago, he may even be a legend, but these legends, these myths, right, are very often actually real things that happened, and explain a lot of the unexplainable things that have happened way back in history. It's just that things used to be, history basically used to be passed on by telling stories, and so a lot of these stories have got the name of just being stories. I feel sure there was a Pan. Maybe Pan wasn't his name, but there was definitely Pan, and his pipes survive to this day, which is remarkable. There's hardly anything from that length of time ago that's still a going concern. So think of that, Taurus. Creativity is possible. Forward motion is possible. It can take a very, very long time. But Taurus, that bull energy, that bullishness, that's really pretty good for taking your time, if you ask me. They're not the fastest moving of creatures, bulls, are they? So it's looking like a slow moving first week in May for Taurus. Now I did ask for clarity in matters of love and money here. And in terms of love, well, Pan is playing his pipes and making his music, and so Taurus, it's important to do whatever it is you do that kind of links up to the spiritual realms, to the higher chakras, if you will, which is doing something creative and actually working with the light you have within you. We all have this spark of light within us, and it's really good to get out there and work it. And I'll do a Work Your Light card before very long for Taurus. Okay, but it's basically by doing that you're going to attract good things to you, and that really includes love in a big way. I feel that for many Taurians at the moment, and this is fluid energy, guys, it changes from person to person, even within the same sign. Nothing's really written in stone here, except that's hanging the wrong way. Let's bring that down. That's better. Much more magical. Just make little adjustments, Taurus, to kind of make things a bit more magical, to show off your magic a bit more to the world. I'm very much in the realms of attracting a partner here, but I can see that there's a partner out there. Yeah, and this is not just for Taurus, it's probably for anybody who's single. There's a partner out there, and you can actually draw that to you. But you've got to put your own music, you've got to put your own magic out in the universe to really make it work. Okay, Taurus, and let's do a Work Your Light card for that first week of May 2019 for Taurus. A Work Your Light card, please, for the first week of 2019 for Taurus. And we're asking about money and we're asking about love in this card. Okay, so that's a love and money card, please, for Taurus for the first week of May 2019. And I'm told to take the one off the bottom. And here's a card that came up repeatedly, actually, over the last few days. Sometimes there's something in the air and you get the same card coming in again and again. It's had a blinking good shuffle, I can assure you. But look, light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, Taurus, so we've got, you know, concerns, what's coming in, is there going to be enough coming in? And the answer is yes, there's golden light all over this. So things are going to pick up, things are going to improve. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. And in terms of love, there's light at the end of the tunnel as well. Now, this is playing into money, and it does look very dark in terms of money, but there is also a lot of light in this card, Taurus. It says the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So in terms of money particularly, this is about making a step forward, possibly a step in the dark, but a step of faith, yeah? A leap of faith, knowing that there's bound to be light at the end of the tunnel, and there really is, and it's a healing light. So whatever journey you've got to go on, Taurus, don't fear that journey, okay? Loads of healing light at the end of it. So that's the first week of May 2019 for Taurus. Let us move on to the second week, and the second card I pulled for Taurus for May 2019 is the Ace of Wands. So there we go, we've gone from the Three of Wands, where there's much concern, to the Ace of Wands. And it's, you know, it's an early card in the suit. It's quite a powerful card, but it's an early card in the suit. It's kind of the beginning of things. But things do look as if they're going to change in the first week, don't they, Taurus? It's about a leap of faith there, and it's about stepping forward. So this hand comes out of the clouds and offers you a wand. Okay, and because it's just the one wand, it's difficult to know what to do with it, but this is showing me progress. This is showing great forward motion from last week. There is definitely a journey going on for Taurus, and it looks quite good as we go through the month. Okay, so what has Doreen Virtue got to say for love and money for Taurus for the month of May 2019, please? A card, please, for the sign of Taurus to do with love and money for May 2019, please. A card for May 2019 for Taurus, please, in matters of love and money. And two have come out. Let's do both of them. Why not? Open your heart to love, Jesus. Well, there's a very direct card about love, Taurus. Open that heart, okay? And I'll go back to the first week again. It's this thing. This guy, he's kind of, you know, he's open to good things coming in, but he's not really sure. You got to have that openness. You got to visualize and believe, Taurus. It's super important. You're so earthy, you're so grounded, but you do need to be looking up if you really want to bring love into your life and you really want to make the best of it, because that's so important. It's one thing starting a relationship in a good way. It's another thing keeping it going, which we can do. We've just got to keep focused on the love, and you've got to open your heart to love, Taurus, because it is possible. It is likely to be coming towards you. That's the best I can say, because again, it's fluid energy. It's all about karma. It's all about your relationship with the divine and yourself and everything. Okay, so it's general. It varies from person to person. Please adjust the facts to suit yourself. The most important interpretation on any reading is the one you put on it yourself, my friends. Okay, and the other one for Taurus, let it go. We've got Kuan Yin, a very, very powerful figure is Kuan Yin, and Kuan Yin is saying let it go. And You know, that's more an instruction than a gentle suggestion. You've got to let go of whatever it is that's making you think that things just aren't going to work out, Taurus, because they can and they will, but not if you totally convince yourself that they can't. Okay, so keep looking up. There's the theme of that, quite powerfully picked up there. And I'll ask for another card for clarity, please, for Taurus for May 2019, the second week of May 2019. Okay, another card for Taurus for the second week of May 2019, please. Another card, please, for Taurus for the second week of May 2019. I keep getting directed to the bottom of the deck now for Taurus. And this deck is called Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Artwork by Danielle Noel as well. It's a really lovely deck. Lots of positivity in it. Quite a bit of darkness, but always an answer to the darkness. Always something you can do about it in this deck. I love it. And we've got Mirror, who is triggering you, Taurus. And this is Love Money for the second week of May 2019 for Taurus. Who is triggering you? Who or what is triggering you, in fact? And look, we've got essentially a mirror image here. This is somebody looking down into water, so we're seeing the cleansing, purifying effects of water, and the spiritual advancement that is possible when you meditate upon water and drink more water is surprising, Taurus. It grows, it develops. Okay, so this is showing great scope for development here, and it's also making me think of the other side of the mirror. Taurus, so the things that kind of you feel are just really holding you back somehow are there to teach you something. So do attempt to pick up on those lessons. Don't just kind of dismiss everything. Do keep looking up though. I keep saying it because it's so real and so important. Right. Quick one now, guys. If you'd like to help the Twig Brother cause at all, please send any donations. And don't feel you have to, guys. I'm just asking that generally over time I can improve what I do, get better equipment, and hopefully get back to broadcasting live, which is what I really want to do, because that's where the connection is. Any money towards that would be massively appreciated to paypal.me/Twig Brother. That's paypal.me/Twig Brother. Okay, I'm also having a subscription drive, and here we have the subscriber giveaway, which is going to be given away at the end of April to a lucky subscriber. So get subscribing now, and you might win this. This beautiful earth energy wand. It's a very, very earthy vibration to it indeed. You can see some of the bark is left in the handle there. As I carved it, I left that in. It's stable though, it's smooth, it's not flaking off, it's not rotting or anything, all been stabilised, just very, very earthy energy. So on this end, I've got a silver lace agate ball to lift it a bit, and on the front here, we've got a raw quartz point on 2 celestite chips added in there to lift it a bit. So if you'd like to win the wand, get subscribing, guys, and please tap the bell. Make sure you get all the notifications. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, because then I will be allowed to go live from my mobile again. Pretty much doing what I'm doing now, only actually doing it live, which is so much more fun, actually, and it allows people to ask questions, so that helps. That's what I'm asking for May 2019. In fact, I wouldn't even mind it now, right at the end of April, as I'm doing this. But, you know, who cares too much about the timing of things? It's really good to detach from that, and I'm back to the idea of let it go, and back into the reading. Let's do the angel bell, clear that money energy away, and get to week 3 of May for Taurus in 2019. As a general card, we have got the 6 of Swords, but it's reversed. Okay, let's take a look at it the right way up, just for a second, so we can all see what we're about here. This is about making a journey. It doesn't have to be a journey across water, Taurus, okay? That's very often indicated for somebody by this card, but it doesn't have to be that in this case, Taurus. This is about going forward, going into the unknown, and we're into the idea of letting go again here, because this lady, she's obviously let go. She can't see where she's going. She doesn't know where this guy has taken her, but she's decided to trust. Yeah, because the 6 of Swords is like that. It's where trust comes into the business of actually moving forward and getting things done. But of course, it's reversed. So we are looking at a situation where it's just not going to be that easy to let go, Taurus. Okay, I feel that we're actually, by the 3rd week in May, we're still a little bit stuck on the 1st week in May card, kind of looking around, hoping something's going to come in, and almost blocking the energy that way, to be honest. So it's reversed. But that distant shore is there, Taurus, and that distant shore is worth travelling to, and I feel sure you will actually make that journey as you go. So let's have a card for clarity for Taurus, please, in matters of love and money for the third week of May 2019. A card for Taurus, please, for the third week of May 2019 in matters of love and money. A card for Taurus in matters of love and money, please, for the third week of May 2019. Here we go. Take charge of the situation. Right, this is it, see? So we've got this reversed. We've got a general lack of anything happening, or at least a general lack of anything developing from anything that might happen. And the thing to do is take charge of the situation, like Moses is telling us here. If he could part the Dead Sea and walk across the sea on dry foot, then, you know, I'm not saying absolutely all of us could do that, but that is one of the rewards of the spiritual journey, whether you see that as actual, real, literal thing that happened, in which case you can make it happen, or whether you see it as kind of more of a story, more of an inspiration, in which case, friends, be inspired by it, because somehow it happened, somehow it worked. I'm a great believer in these old myths being reality. Second time it's come up actually about that in this reading, so I'm sure it's coming from my guides. These ancient myths, these ancient legends, they've got the name they've got of being just stories because at one time history was told by telling stories. So take charge of the situation and remember that you can, Taurus, okay? I feel there'd be a definite kind of concern about whether you actually could make this work or not. But you've hung on there, see? It's still the first week in May effect that you're experiencing there. So do let go whatever you do. I'm asking for another card for clarity in matters of love and money for Taurus for the third week of May 2019, please. Another card for the third week of May 2019 for Taurus in matters of love and money. A card, please, for Taurus in matters of love and money for the third week of May 2019. And this one has landed in my hand, so this is what we'll do. Birthing a new age. Right, so we're back to letting it go. We're back to developing, really. It's all about development this month for Taurus. It's always about development for all of us, actually, but that is what's really emphasised for Taurus there. Birthing a new age, birthing new creation, dreaming a new world into being. Now, some of there would have been an active dream life, Taurus, and certainly an active imagination going through this month. Is the kind of month that really draws the imagination into things in a big way. So look at this purple healing light and be aware, Taurus, that these ideas you're having, they're not just for you. It's about making the best of yourself because of then what you can give to the world and what you will then receive for the world, which is wonderful. The more you give, we don't give to receive, do we? But the more we put out there, the better things are going to come back. Fact of life, actually, without doing any astrology or tarot or anything. That is a fact of life, but it's birthing a new age, Taurus, so it's not that easy to let go. It's not that easy to take charge of the situation. Look, we've got two very brightly coloured coins up here, and the stars kind of look like coins to me as I'm asking about love. So there is a lot, there's money out there. Might not be that easy to catch it. It looks like it's very kind of up in the air, up in the sky. Looks as if she's reaching out for it. But she's also reaching out for love. And the two things don't always go together, but they certainly aren't mutually exclusive. So we're looking at very much a new start in money, love, and just about everything, Taurus, as we get into the third week of May 2019. Okay. So, all extremely positive so far in terms of potential. I'm seeing some negativity around the kind of general feelings Taurians are going through at this present time. Well, maybe not, but certainly in May as this reading is coming out, because I'm doing it in April. It takes about 10 hours to upload one of these, so I upload them like a week before and schedule them. It seems to make the crazy robot that runs YouTube a bit happier. So, fourth week of May 2019 for the sign of Taurus. I've pulled this card, the Six of Wands. Now, this is really, really positive. Not a great sort of forward-thrusting kind of a horse here, but a white horse. Very kind of spiritual idea of a white horse. And it's got this green on it here. And it's a Wands card, so we are looking at what we can draw out of the earth, what we can bring from nature, to not just to stabilise things, although that's a word that came in quite strongly, Taurus, so it's going to be that bit more stable, which I know will be a happier thing for you. But Wands everywhere, and the Six of Wands, it's a forward-moving card. It's a magical card. So we're seeing the stuck energy begin to break now, Taurus, in the last week of May 2019. Let's have a card for love and money, please, for the sign of Taurus for the last week of May 2019. A card for love and money for the sign of Taurus for the last week of May 2019, please. A card, please, for the last week of May 2019 for the sign of Taurus in terms of love and money. Okay, one from the bottom of the deck this time. Excuse me. And it's Saint Germain, one of my favourite characters. He is the master of the ninth ray, the violet ray, the violet flame, the violet fire, whatever you want to call it. He is in charge of that, and is a wonderful character in the spirit world to link to. Ever so creative, absolutely full of healing light and loving energy as well. Okay, so this is the Count of Saint Germain. He wasn't a saint in the church, by the way. He was the Count of Saint Germain in Paris, in France, and there is still a Paris Saint Germain rugby team. And generally, he tends to have reincarnated in France, as far as we can tell. But who knows how often someone reincarnates, how many lives have any of us had? Looking at past lives there, Taurus, where have we got onto that? Because there's a healing journey going on with Taurians, and this is what's made it so difficult to let go over the month of May, is feelings from the past coming through. But there is healing there in absolute buckets for it, and there's a great deal of magic in this Merkaba thing covered in its point of light. Okay, Taurus, so we've got real forward motion, we've got letting go of the past yet again, and a lot of healing energy to go with that forward motion to make things better. So if you're not comfortable with all of this now, Taurus, I respectfully suggest that you soon will be. And because that has to do with love and money, well, there's a lot of gold in it. I'm seeing more success with money than love in the last week of May. But this is only May, you know. Love will come, and love is on its way. It's on its way to all of us because it's all out there. All we've got to do really is tap into it and link into it. So here is a card for Taurus for the last week of May 2019, asking for clarity. And we've got Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So there you are. It's not actually going to be happening straight away, Taurus. This, again, as we've seen all the way through the month of April for the sign of Taurus, this is about new things beginning to happen and discovering that we've actually got help and we've got healing there. Sometimes you've got to sort of step forward into the fear before the healing energy comes in, before we're uplifted. But we always will be, guys, because we have all got spirit guides, and that's strongly indicated to me in this card. We're looking at lilac-coloured amethyst here as well. This colour, lilac, reminds me of a kind of amethyst which heals in a very, very gentle way. So we are looking at doing things, well, we're looking at doing things fairly slowly, and we're looking at gentle energy coming in. Gentle energy, but profoundly strong energy, which can help. Okay, Taurus, well, thanks for watching. I hope that helps. I'm sure it will if you keep on looking at it, and if you keep on trying to kind of live in the light, if you can be, always trying to be elevating yourself. This is going to lift the Taurian energy and really get things going forward, and it's a great year for that kind of thing. Okay, guys, so if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please tap the bell for more notifications. If you subscribe, you may be the lucky winner of this. If you're not, there's a subscriber giveaway every now and again. I'm going to try and do one every month, actually. I can't see why not. It's going to be a wood, crystal item, something like that. So get subscribing, Taurians. Leave me a comment. I love to share the journey. YouTube isn't showing me all the comments at the moment, but after a few days, it does seem to show them to me. So leave me a comment. We will share the journey. Thanks for watching, Taurus. Have a good one. Peace.